My nose is a little stuffed up, so I might sound goofy this morning. So, have any of you guys heard of the Monroe or Continuity of Government? COG is what they call it for short, COG, which I believe we went through that between January 21st of 2021 to January 20th of 2025. Okay. Now, I heard back in 2012, I didn't hear about it in 2012, but I heard back in 2012 that the military was going to do a coup on Obama, but that would cause like major civil unrest in the United States, which they did not want. So they went to Trump, asked Trump to run. You know, I think we all kind of heard that story by now. If not, that's what happened. Because if you go back to the debates in 2016 with Trump and Jed Bush, Jed Bush was sitting there bragging about all the donors he had, and then turned around and asked Trump, "Who do you have?" Trump said, "I've got 200 generals." That was interesting. That freaking threw me for a loop. For one, you're not even the president. You didn't even win the primary yet. So how can you have 200 generals backing you? But and the military went to Trump and asked him to run for the presidency. That would explain some things. So, but back in 2012, they said they were going to freaking take Obama out because they knew he was illegitimate. He was born in Kenya. And he wasn't born an American citizen, so there's no way he could have been the president. Plus, he was destroying his country. They seen what the plan was. They knew what the plan was. That was to destroy America, and they were sitting there watching him do it. And they were going to stop it. Like I said, they didn't want no civil unrest. So, did they actually go to him and say, "Hey, we got all this on you. We're gonna make if you don't work with us, you don't do what we say. We're gonna freaking hang you right now." I'm gonna read something. It just when I read it, it kind of like blew my mind. So let's get over here. All right, you can see this is the Federal Register, Assignment of National Security and Emergency Preparedness, Communications and Functions. Kind of sounds like COG to me. Um, Assignment of National Security and Emergency Preparedness, Communications Functions. By the authority vested in me as President of the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered as Section 1. This is where it gets, this is what freaking like was real nice. It was a cog proof policy. The federal government must have the ability to communicate at all times and under all circumstances to carry out its most critical and time sensitive missions. Survivable, resilient, enduring, and effective communications, both domestic and international, are essential to enable the executive branch to communicate within itself and with the legislative and judicial branches, state, local, territorial, and tribal governments, private sectors, entities, and the public, allies, and other nations. Such communications must be possible under all circumstances to ensure national security, effectively manage emergencies to and improve national resilience. The views of all levels of government, the private and nonprofit sectors of the public must inform the development of national security and emergency preparedness NSEP communications policies, programs, and capabilities. Yeah, that sounds a lot like COG. Now, if you don't know what COG is, COG is like if they're um actually we did it in 9/11 where the fake planes hit the twin towers. They performed COG then. What they did, and then they attacked the Pentagon with Scud missile. That was not a plane; it was a Scud missile. Um, I got footage on that. I might have to play that one again one day. Um, what it is they take everybody that's in charge of the federal government that sits in D.C. and they spread them out. You don't know where they're going. Nobody. They're all going to different locations. That way, if there was an attack on DC, DC got blown up, that our federal government would still be operational. Because, like, our president would probably more than likely be in Cheyenne Mountain with it being all locked up. Well, like Section 2 is executive office responsibilities and goes through a bunch. The NSEPs are brought up a few. Section 3, the NSEP Communication Executive Committee. Um, Section 4, Executive Committee Joint Program Office. There's Section 5. Section 5, Specific Department and Agency Responsibilities. So what happened is, okay, so you don't know where no one's at. They're still communicating. Okay. Now, if you go back to the fake inauguration of that person that was playing the role of Biden, because he was taken out a long time ago. COG was freaking performed. Oh, yeah, the thing about that order, um, like I was saying, Obama. Now, the whole thing with this is what freaking blew my mind. Okay, let's get back up here to the top. The Executive Order 13618 of July 6th, 2012. Okay, that was Obama. So Obama was writing an executive order on continuity of government, which that does kind of reinforce that the military went to Obama and told him, "You're going to work with us, or we're just going to hang you right here and now. Choice is up to you." And they'll find a body double for him, or the military will have figured it out. I definitely guarantee that. Yeah. So Obama, that like I said, this one blew me away. I couldn't believe that Obama was actually setting up an executive order for continuity of government. And I can't remember what year the Doge was actually set up. Well, it wasn't called Doge back then. It was called something else. Trump just renamed it. So he set that all up. But did the military make him do that too? I mean, it's like we know there's a military operation going on. I mean, if you're in the know, you're in the know. If you know anything about 17, you know there's a mission going on. It's been going on for a long time. So, well, this year definitely looks like 2012. So when uh, when Trump took over, and then we had that, we had to go through this fake presidency of freaking that person called Biden, the person was playing Biden. Did anybody ever notice that Trump was actually meeting with foreign dignitaries and all these bogus charges like the freaking real estate and all that. Like Letitia James brought him up on charges for real estate, some kind of real estate charge. I wasn't even paying really attention to it because I knew it was like just bogus. And this, what was that judge's name? I can't remember it right now. Freaking, but they never brought him up on the Logan Act. They brought all these bogus charges that was gonna, there was all fake and made up. But he was in violation of the Logan Act. I'll have to do a read on that. I'm still trying to get ready for work. I'm running a little bit. I'm still a little early, but doing this, I'm not doing my chores. That just like, oh, well, that's my quick morning rant for today. I had a list of something else. Can't remember where I put it. I was just looking at it. Anyways, um, thanks for the new followers. We got almost 100 this week. That means I must be doing something right. So thank you for all the new followers. Appreciate that. If you see this, you like it, follow and like, or like and subscribe, whatever it is. Hit that thumbs up. I got a Rumble channel, so that'll be Poll's thoughts over on Rumble. I do some more stuff on there. Um, Actually, I've been kind of concentrating on LifeLog to try to get these numbers up a little bit. So, oh, then, yeah, it seems like I did a read on the Monroe Doctrine about a year ago, but I was doing it on my phones before I got, this set up. And it seems like that's coming into play. I like that. Maybe I'll do another read on the Monroe Doctrine. That way you guys can freaking learn about that. Man, it's a great time to be alive. Great time to be alive. So, oh, enjoy your day. All right. Bye.